All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum.
What's up? Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
We just finished spring break. Woo!
Woo! And that was a wild one.
Yeah.
That was a wild one. Wow. I can't believe we made it home from Daytona.
That's the crazy part.
That the trip home was the wild. It was a wild trip, but then the trip home was just the icing on the cake.
Sometimes there's stories that you just can't, tell it with all the glory that they were.
Right.
And I just feel like that's that trip home.
Right. That's just one of them.
Exactly.
Did you ever get the bikini out of your glove compartment?
Look, man. Some things are stuck forever. Some things are stuck forever.
Now, we kid around a lot. We tell a lot of funny stories that aren't true. Here's a story that is true. You could do in a movie, like a cut to a clip, and you could find me. This is a true story. And not even like, when he was a kid and he was crazy. This is like a year or two ago. You could cut to me in the middle of the night, 2 a.m., at a gas station in Florida with a Red Bull and one of those like plastic self-contained cups of Fruit Loops. I mean, Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms and Red Bull. We'll get home. No problem.
No problem.
I got the Red Bull and Lucky Charms.
Oh, man. Flying high. Speaking of wild and crazy.
Yeah.
Last time I saw you.
Oh, boy.
You and Dr. Ketchum and the Marley Bear were at the bar just chilling.
Oh, we were chilling.
And it was right before the new concession stand opened.
Yeah.
And Marley says to me, she says, I'm having one of everything. Trying them all.
Oh, yeah.
How'd that go? Did you carry her home? She was like, I've had 3 so far. And I was like, well.
Yeah. I mean, you need a little context to that statement.
Did she mean over the weekend?
Yes. That's what she meant. That was like our 3rd time there. And she didn't even have like one of everything. She like tasted some of Amy's. She had her own. She tasted some of Will's, she was sampling all of them, but she had a lot of fun all weekend telling people, I'm having one of everything. But it is, I mean, the bar is up and running and it is so nice. Like, it still has a long way to go and we still need to there's still kinks to be worked out and, it'll come, but we just couldn't be happier. Off to a good start. Jeff Cook is crushing it as the bartender, the bar manager, and I saw 2 things today that just made me so happy. We were having a meeting, like a wrap-up conclusion meeting with the construction guys. Mm-hmm. And while we were walking around the lobby, there was these 2 women and a guy. I don't know how old they were, like 50s or 60s. And they were chilling in the bar having a drink, like a half an hour. Like I was in the lobby with these guys, so we were walking around for a long time. They were chilling at a table, catching up, probably talking about the kids or, some of the grandchildren, something like that. And then, they took their drinks and they walked right through the lobby with their drinks into the movie. And it was like, I was like, this is why we built it.
That's the biggest question I get when I tell people the bar's open.
Yeah.
Well, can you bring it in?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only can you bring it in, and I'm sure you've told them this, but you can, and this I saw on Friday night, which was super cool. A bunch of guys, they were here to see Pink Floyd in IMAX. Mm-hmm. So they went to the bar, got some beers, and walked over to the IMAX and enjoyed a beer. Because you can walk into our theater, you can walk into the IMAX, you walk around, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So it just makes me so happy to see people enjoying it the way that we had hoped they would.
Now, logistics-wise, because I haven't done that yet.
Right.
And when I was here for drinks, it was served in glassware.
Right.
Is it always glassware, or is it?
When you order a drink, the bartender will ask you, are you hanging out at the bar or going into a movie? And if you're hanging out at the bar, he'll give it to you in a glass. If you're going into a movie, he'll give it to you in plastic. And we've had this conversation before about various rules in the theater. Like, I know people are going to either forget and carry their glassware into the theater or sneak it in, or, you know, like, we're not trying to be end of the world about it.
Right.
You know, we're not trying to crack down on anything, but generally speaking, if you're hanging out at the bar, here's a glass. If you're planning to go into the theater, here's a cup.
Yeah.
And people seem totally cool with that.
Yeah.
We've had zero pushback from anybody who's been like, "Oh, I really want my glass in the movie with me," you know, blah blah blah.
The only reason it was a question for me is I was thinking, how do you regulate cleaning up? Like, what do you do when you're done with your drink, with the glass?
Well,
I mean, obviously, if you're at the bar, you just get back. But if you have a cup, you just throw it out.
yeah.
But, yeah.
If you sneak or accidentally carry a glass into the auditorium, then just leave it there in your cup holder, and my team will clean it up when they clean up the theater.
Sweet deal.
No big deal. And then I'm sure you were interested, inquiring. You're an inquisitive sort of a fella.
What might say?
Good sirs. The concession stand,
Yeah.
the wall is down. We're up and running.
It feels so spacious.
Oh my God, so much room for activities.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And we are just couldn't be happier with the outcome of the construction. But it's like when you move into a new house, you know, and there's like shit laying around, and, you know, there's the TV still on the floor. It works, you know, but it's like you haven't put it where you want it yet.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of where we're at. Like, we haven't converted to the new menu yet. We haven't finished the interviewing process to hire a food manager. We have our beverage manager. We need a food manager.
Right.
We have some candidates that we're interviewing.
Nice.
And yeah. Oh, and speaking of interviewing, this might be a good time to give a special shout out to 2 new managers.
No way.
Yeah, I think I shared on this program that Brooke, the amazingly talented Brooke Finkel, flew on to bigger, better things.
I don't think you did.
I didn't? Oh.
If you did, somehow it escaped me, which I don't know why it would.
No, it wouldn't. I must not have said anything. So anyway, special shout out to one of, you know, she's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know, Brookie was one of our favorites. And she had a great run, you know, at Penn Cinema. She started as a concessionaire, and when she left, she was, you know, the events manager with a great deal of responsibility and with which she handled with great grace. And, you know, we think the world of Brooke, and she's moved on to a bigger, better job. So good for her.
Yeah.
So we hired 2 new candidates.
Whoa,
yeah.
wow.
So shout out to Quinn and Johnny.
Quinn and Johnny.
Yep. I like to call her Quinny, but that's just me.
Oh.
I think you're supposed to call her Quinn.
Now, are they homegrown from within?
They are homegrown from within. They're 2 kids that have been with us for a long time.
Nice.
And I just couldn't be happier to have them on board on the new management team.
Nice.
So yeah, so we have them in place. We have the management team in place. The bar is up and running. The kitchen is done. We just need to get that up and running.
So let's also, while we're talking about it, let's talk flow of traffic. I know this is a lot of talk for a lot of people, but this is the exciting stuff that's going on here. We now have a ticket wall.
Right.
Now, are these new ticketing booths, or because I asked because I know that there's been a trial and error with getting the systems to work the best.
Yes, they're new, and there is signage coming.
Okay.
And the signage will say food and tickets here.
Okay.
So you can go to I think there's 3 or 4 wall-mounted ticketing kiosks.
Right.
And you can get your ticket there, and you can order what you want from the kitchen.
Really?
Which they will dial up and then put on the counter with your number on it, like the way they do at Starbucks.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're really excited about that. And take a step further, you can also order all that same I'm sorry. You will be able to order when it's all up and running.
Right.
You'll be able to do all that on your phone.
Really?
Yes, you can be at home, get your ticket, your popcorn, your Twizzlers, your flatbread, your French fries, your chicken nuggets. I don't think we're hooked up to do that at the bar.
Okay.
But all the food and the normal like movie theater drinks you can get.
And you can still order it from the person in the concessions too, right?
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah. Obvi.
Obvi.
You know, it's funny. Can we just talk, while we're on that topic?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with movies. But I'm a people guy.
A man of the people.
A man of the people, you might
We
even
often say. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
frequently. That's what it says on my business card. Penn Ketchum, a man of the people. It's a little bit awkward because, as you know, my business cards are gold plated.
Yeah, that's
That's the irony.
with rhinestones.
right. And have you seen the newest ones I got that have little diamond crust?
Oh, really?
Yeah, just around the edges.
Didn't you say that you were getting them so they were edible gold too? So,
A man of the people.
Yeah.
Here's my card. But I am a man of the people because
Yeah.
I'm a people person. I love talking to people. Nothing makes me happier. And when various food institutions started having the ability to order online, I was like, well, I really like the interaction with the people, right? No. It turns out I'm not at all a people person. I've had to get all new cards.
yeah.
Because I'm not a man of the people. I'm a man of the order it on my phone ahead of time.
You're a man of the internet.
I'm a man of the internet, which was really awkward because I had to go in and cross off people. And,
Type in internet.
I got a Sharpie with a fine point and rewrote internet, you know.
It still looks so elegant.
No, but seriously, like, I know I'm slow to the game. My kids make fun of me, but like, I order Starbucks on my phone before I leave the house. And like, I had lunch today at Salad Works, and I ordered it at my desk. I walked in, grabbed a bag, and walked out.
Oh, yeah.
It's so convenient.
So convenient. Yeah.
But
I'm the same.
But we have amazing kids that work here. So if
Yeah.
you don't feel like ordering online, you're in for a real treat. You come in and say hi to the kids.
Right.
You know.
Right. It's an adventure.
Yeah.
And I'm loving where it's going. There's new paint everywhere.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How do you like those giant numbers in the hallway?
Those are awesome.
Shout out to Dale. So we hired this company called Red Rose Interiors who did all the painting. Well, we didn't. I guess we hired them, but Speedwell Construction hired them.
Yeah.
And the guy who was in charge on site was named Dale.
Yeah.
And the dude was a fucking riot. He was so cool. He was the most chill dude you ever met in your entire life. And he had it dialed in. I mean, as you can see, like he hand painted the big logo up here. Now he used stencils,
but
you know,
yeah.
but still did it all. It was up there, and I mean, it looks so sharp.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
we're really happy with that. And I saw Dale the last day he was here painting, and I was in true Dale fashion. I was like, "Oh, Dale, you're gonna miss us." And he sort of grumbled, like, "If you say so." I mean, I'm not saying I changed my mind a lot throughout the process, but you know, I definitely did.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
We had a lot of fun with this construction process, but I think I mentioned on the show, and I'm not saying anything behind anybody's back. I was so ready. So today we had the closing meeting, like they're done now.
Oh,
Like they're out. And
Whoa.
I've been saying for the last few weeks, like I am so ready to have the construction team, not even the construction team, just the constant presence of people working on shit in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vans parked out front, dumpsters parked out front, noise, you know, guys just, you know, you'd be walking from the manager's office to the elevator and all of a sudden there's just some dude, you know?
Yeah.
And they were great. They were great guys. I got to know some of them and they were super cool. But it's just something about like your routine and your own building and, you know, like you like things the way they are, the way they're supposed to be.
Right.
So the guys were great. Speedwell Construction out of Mannheim was awesome, but I am so excited to have it all behind us. And the next chapter, I mean, think, you know, this kitchen, all this stuff that years ago, Drew and I were like, oh yeah, we should do, oh, it'd be so cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and really we were like, oh, this is never going to happen.
Yeah.
You know,
And here it is.
It seems so daunting, you know, and yet here we are.
It's exciting.
And
man.
now we're just a few weeks away. I'm going to jump into our third news item.
Oh, okay.
We are just a few short weeks away, our second and third option, from Memorial Day weekend, 2025.
2025.
Did they tell you?
I thought it wasn't coming until 2026.
No, they flipped. They're doing it again this year. Yeah, and
They're doubling it up.
Yeah, they had the calendar 2024, and they decided when that was done, we're going to go straight to 2025.
Wow.
And even though we had a Memorial Day the last 2024 years, we're going to go ahead and have another.
Dude, One more for the books.
Right. And then that's it.
Before we start over
Right.
2026.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that Memorial Day 2025 has the makings of one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Memorial Day in a long time.
You know what's interesting? I mean, it's Mission Impossible.
Right.
And it's Lilo and Stitch.
Right.
It's live action Lilo and Stitch. And I know live action Disney has not done well. I mean, look at Snow White, for example.
I would, what's the word? Bristle at that comparison. Brickle?
But what I will say is that I've been speaking to some teachers, and they said Lilo and Stitch is going to be big. It's all the kids are wearing is Lilo and Stitch stuff. The merchandise is out, and it's hot, and these kids are pumped. And not just old Lilo and Stitch, like new Lilo and Stitch stuff.
Yeah.
And so when that's they said when that's happening, you know it's going to blow up.
You know when you have a certain vision of the world, and then all of a sudden you realize that you might be looking at it wrong?
Right. Every time I host this podcast.
Right. Every week. I think that I've always been operating under the assumption that Mission Impossible might be one of the biggest movies of the year, and Memorial Day is going to be great because Lilo and Stitch is also going to be a good big movie.
Yeah.
Now I think Lilo and Stitch is going to be one of the biggest movies of the year, and Memorial Day is going to be great because Mission Impossible is also playing.
You might not be wrong.
I think even with the IMAX grosses, Lilo and Stitch outgrosses Mission Impossible, not only because of just on its face value, but also because Mission Impossible is all but 3 hours long.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait to see this movie. I'm not knocking it. And you and I have learned over the last few years not to be worried about long running times.
Right.
Other than the wrinkle that it throws me in terms of scheduling. But, you know, so if I give Theater 4 to Mission Impossible, I get 3 showtimes. Unless I open up at 10 a.m. and close at 2 a.m. You know, I give Lilo and Stitch Theater 4, I get 5 showtimes. Simple math.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what if you said you can't wait for this movie?
Right.
What if you want to see it early?
Mission Impossible?
Mission Impossible.
Well, you come to the fan event.
What's up with that?
2 p.m. on Thursday, May 22nd.
That's one day early, right?
Negative. You're close. It's 1 hour early.
Are you serious?
I shit you not.
That's some fan event.
Who's got your back? Who's got your back? I got you.
What if I saw it 1 hour early?
Right. So I had this hilarious conversation. So actually, in all seriousness, no kidding, one of Paramount's things on this fan event is that the 2 p.m. show, seriously,
Yeah.
will have no ads and no trailers,
Oh, of course not, because it's an hour early.
including no Paramount trailers.
Those ads aren't even made until right when it goes live.
They want the feature to start at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
No problem. We'll do that. But I don't understand why you care. Let me rephrase that. I don't know if you want me to run like Fathom Events, they have a 7 p.m. live opera, let's say, for example, and they run 30 minutes of their own content and the opera starts live at 7 o'clock. That's just part of the deal. That's how they've always been.
Yeah.
Now, a movie theater is not going to sit still for that for every release that you put out. But if you want to do a special fan event, give me 10 or 15 minutes of Paramount special Mission Impossible product. Give me a Paramount Mission Impossible countdown clock.
So what makes this
Give
special?
me something. What makes it special is you can't see it in a regular theater until 3 p.m. But if you see it at my place in IMAX,
What?
2 p.m.
Yeah. On a Thursday.
Right. Which is, that's normal. I mean, that's that's normal.
Yeah. I mean, wow.
I appreciate you coming at me plugging the fan event.
Well,
But you thought it was
I thought it was
actual,
gonna be
like
something
a day
like,
early or a week early.
Something early.
Something, anything. So I even wrote back, I have the best rep. My rep at Paramount is awesome. I mean, she's on it. You know, she's on top of me and she keeps everything in order. And if something's not right, she, you know, you got to fix this, etc. But I wrote her and I said, I just want to make sure I'm following this. The fan event is 2 p.m. on Thursday.
Yeah.
And the movie opens at 3 p.m. on Thursday. She said, yeah.
Wow.
Wow. And they are serious as hell about this no ads, no trailers. And the call I got today was, hey, Penn, we noticed that it doesn't say anywhere on your promotion of the fan event that there's not going to be any trailers or ads. So they think that's a selling point?
I guess.
I mean, David.
At 2 in the afternoon, though?
This isn't exactly Avengers. It's a little bit different audience.
Yeah.
But don't big moviegoers... Let me rephrase that. I'm not going to try to lead you down. I'm not going to try to lead the witness.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a statement. Moviegoers who are excited enough to see a movie to want to come to the fan event, they're moviegoers and they maybe want to see some cool trailers as part of their movie-going experience.
You know, I agree with you there, but I think...
I know what you're going to say.
The reason they want you to
I know
state
what you're going to say.
Is because...
Because of Regal.
What?
Because of Regal.
Yeah. Because people will think I can show up 20 minutes late.
Right.
Yeah.
Because all the big chains are obscene with the amount of trailers and ads that they run. So their 2 o'clock show would start at 2:30, 2:40.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Not Penn Cinema, but we get jug in there with everybody else.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
How early is it? How much extra time?
It's an hour early. Yeah. Yeah. I will say, as ridiculous as that all sounds, this still remains at the top of my list of movies that I'm excited to see.
I'm super excited.
Absolutely.
I need to rewatch the other one soon.
Yeah. Can't wait.
All right. Last bit of news we have. You remember this movie that I saw? Because I remember that you did not see it.
What?
I know that sounds crazy.
It doesn't sound like me.
I know it sounds crazy.
Stop.
But it was an over-the-top action movie.
I remember it.
Called Sisu.
I do remember it. And I remember that everybody and their brother was just so excited for it. You know what happens? And this is what happened with Sisu. The internet hits the secret code button.
Yeah.
And all the internet guys are like, okay, this is our movie.
Yeah.
We're going to be psyched for it.
Right.
Nobody knows why. They got the code.
And you're like, how do I order my Starbucks on this thing?
Right. Exactly. I'm still picking up my newspaper from the end of the driveway. Guys.
Yeah. These guys are like, this is the new hot thing.
Right.
But I wanted cold coffee. Yeah, I get you. I feel you. Well, Sisu 2 is coming out of nowhere.
I can't wait. I loved the first one.
I'm sure you did. All the internet guys were all about it.
Right, we were all about it.
Sisu 2 is hitting theaters November 21st.
Oh, you know what else hits November 21st? Wicked Part 2. For the better.
That's my birthday weekend.
I know.
That's crazy.
Oh, my God.
What are these guys trying to do?
You're going to do back to back to back.
Well, back to back to back to back.
To back. Are you having a birthday again this year?
Well,
because you just had one.
Well, since they're doing Memorial Day again,
right?
I figured let's not let everyone, let's do one more.
Let's not have the whole calendar fall apart.
Right? Yeah.
We got to leave some key bricks in place.
Because I feel like the calendar was just like kind of copy paste.
Right.
For the last time. So,
right.
Everything on the same day.
Your birthday, 21st or 19th?
19th.
19th. Yeah.
You were so close.
Yeah. So
you got it.
So yeah, I knew it was the 19th, but we're coming up on your half birthday.
We're coming up on what?
Your half birthday.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, May the 19th.
Snap, crackle, and pop. Well, look, we talked a lot about news, a lot of great news, and that's all the news. You weren't ready. I
was totally ready. What are you talking about?
Oh, he did it. He did it.
I was writing an important show note.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I was fully tuned in.
Yeah.
I can do the show.
It's just me
I'm a professional
the
over
fact
here.
that I hit the button twice by accident on you.
That doesn't sound like you.
What?
All right, David, this morning or this afternoon, we have a zillion trailers.
Yeah. You ready for this?
I guess. I mean,
You know, I realized.
This was not our best batch of
You
trailers.
know what I realized?
What?
I didn't watch one of these trailers.
Can I just say something else?
Do you want to guess which one it is?
Wait, did you watch it on purpose? You didn't watch it on purpose, or you accidentally skipped over it?
I accidentally skipped over it. So what I did is I found a bunch of trailers, and then I went to like the collection ones.
I bet you accidentally skipped over Predators.
No.
The Roses. Okay. My friend told me today he's really excited because he has a friend who...
Well, see, the lies just get deeper and deeper. First off, Penn's got a friend. I'm skeptical. Secondly,
Right.
Penn's friend has a
Right,
friend.
no, that's-
I'm doubly skeptical.
Right.
Now you're going to say, but he goes to another school. He doesn't go around here.
He's my summer friend.
Yeah.
Anyway, he knows this guy who recently got a SAG award for his role in stunt performing.
Really?
Yeah, some kind of stunt. I don't know if he's a stunt coordinator or a stunt man or what he is, but he's involved in stunts and got a SAG.
Wow.
So my friend says to me, "This is a good, dear, close friend."
Yeah.
And he says, "Hey, Penn, did you know the Oscars are adding a stunt performer category, stunt coordinator category? You're going to be able to get Oscars in stunts." And I was like, "Dude, why don't you ever listen to our show?"
Yeah. And did you say, not only don't you ever listen to our why don't you ever listen to our show? You're bragging about your friend with the SAG. Do you know that I host a show with an Emmy winner?
With an Emmy winner. Right.
What's up with that?
Which you would know if you had ever listened to the show.
Yeah.
And if you had ever listened to the show recently, you would know that we did a whole thing. I said Tom Cruise should present the first award. David said Ryan Gosling should present the first award. All blah, blah, blah. You know it's going to end up being, no. I was going to say Elizabeth Shue. Did she do Fall Guy? No.
No.
Elizabeth Banks. That's the one we like to make fun of.
Yeah.
But it wasn't her. Who was the
I can't
John
remember.
Krasinski's wife, Emily Blunt,
Emily Blunt.
was the star of Fall Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was amazing. That movie, Fall Guy, was great.
Fall Guy was great.
So my friend's telling me this guy, this friend of his got this SAG for stunt, and he's how cool it is. And I was like, yeah, that is super cool. Oh my God. I don't know if I ever shared with you, but when I was little, I used to want to be a stunt guy.
And there's still time.
I know. And you know what? There really is. I could still do that. Anyway, I used to pretend I was the stunt guy.
We need to wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because this is way more important than whatever you're saying.
Oh my God.
When he told you your friend won a SAG award, did you say, sounds like his career is sagging? Sorry, go ahead.
So he tells me this, that it's like super cool. And then I say, hey, I'm going to watch The Amateur tomorrow. You want to join me? He goes, no, I don't want to see that looks dumb. This guy shoots everybody. There's a car chase, and let me guess, somebody dies, and he's on a revenge tour, and all this stuff. And I'm like, do you see the irony here?
That's what
You're trying to brag about your friends with a stuntman.
Yeah.
And then you're all poo-poo, the shoot 'em up movies.
What the heck?
That his whole life is about. You know what this guy's all about? He's all about the roses. He likes that English comedy. Olivia Colman, Benedict Chad Pants. The whole gang.
Benedict Chad Pants.
All right, off the top we have the historical documentary filmed in 1780 called 1780.
Yeah, based in.
Starring Kevin Spacey and based in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, this is the one I forgot to watch.
You didn't miss anything except Kevin Spacey in a terrible wig.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
See if he wins any SAG stunt awards for that.
He's not going to win anything for this.
Yeah.
14 people in the world will see this movie.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Next up, we have Predator Badlands.
Okay.
Which you're going to have to walk us through. I watched it,
Yeah.
but I guess I don't get it because I thought it looked pretty bad.
I thought it looked pretty bad too.
And it gets a November release. I mean, they want this to be a big movie.
This is a movie that I will watch because curiosity and Predator. But I might not enjoy it. It looks like a visual mess, and the Predator looks horrible. Now, apparently, it's supposed to be a teenage Predator, proving its like merit or whatever on its hunt. But the skinny-faced Predator look, I don't know, man. It just does not do cool, badass alien to me.
I watched this trailer.
Yeah.
like I actually watched it.
Yeah.
And then when I got to the end, I was like, okay, what the hell is this movie about?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I'm like, they're not on Earth, but are they? But they're not. There's people there. What is this? The future?
Maybe this is post-apocalyptic.
Maybe.
That's a big. You
And
need,
people
you
have
need a minute
laser
to look
sword.
that
They
up.
have lightsabers for some reason.
Hey, it was great this weekend. We played the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
Had a lot of lightsabers in the lobby.
I bet you did.
Oh yeah, we did.
Nice.
A lot of capes.
Nice.
Yes, I was looking for you with your lightsaber.
Well, some weapons are too powerful for the public.
Right.
Right.
There's no need
Yeah.
to be bringing that around here.
Yeah.
Right.
People have been running and scared and
You know what there was a lot of?
what's that?
Pew pew.
Yes, a lot of people.
A lot of pew pew.
I was like, I don't really feel like wanting to see it, and then I saw like just yesterday some sort of thing that was talking about
Some sort of thing.
It was talking about Revenge of the Sith and like themes, and I was like, dang, I guess I do like that movie. Like, why didn't I go see it? Yeah.
Not too late. It plays all week till Thursday.
Say what? All right, moving on. We have The Roses. Olivia Colman, Benedict Chad Pants,
Yep.
Kate McKinnon, and Andy Samberg. I thought this looked. It kept stringing the line, the premise of this movie. The last two, we couldn't tell you what they were about.
Right.
This movie is about a couple, Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch, who they have a good marriage and then it goes sour.
All within the stretch of the one movie, right?
Yeah, I think it's probably right at the beginning. The idea is that they're both very successful people,
Right.
and something happens, and Benedict Cumberbatch becomes a stay-at-home dad. He loses his job, or something.
Right.
And so the inequality of their relationship begins to affect things, and they start to fall apart, and they want a divorce, and then they have some quirky friends, Kate McKinnon and Andy Samberg. Both of these couples, neither of them feel like they have married chemistry to me from this trailer. I don't get it.
This was my trailer of the week,
Really.
which doesn't mean that I thought this was amazing and perfect.
I thought that like some of the comedy hit, and when the trailer was over, my thought was, I'm glad they're making a comedy like this because we don't have this kind of stuff anymore.
How much did we love Wicked Little Letters?
I didn't watch it. I missed that one.
It was so good. We loved it. I've seen it twice. And Olivia Colman,
She's great.
First of all, she's an incredibly talented actress.
Yeah.
Second of all, I don't think she's an A-lister, but she's incredibly talented. But what we learned with Wicked Little Letters is she has the comedy chops all day long. Like even in Wicked Little Letters, she was what you would refer to as the straight man, But even a straight man needs the comedy chops. You know what I mean? Not just anybody can be, a straight man to the comedian.
Right.
So she was amazing in that movie. And this movie kind of reminded. Obviously, it's totally different. One's a period piece. One's modern day with as you mentioned, all the family falling apart.
Yeah.
One thing that held me back. Do you remember that movie from the '80s called War of the Roses?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably why it's called The Roses.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, I hope this is not like sort of a remake or retelling, or you know what I mean? Like, because that movie was good, but it was a different premise, and it needs to be its own thing.
But it has the writers of Meet the Parents.
Yeah.
Which had me a little, because Meet the Parents, now that I think of it, it has that kind of feel of this, I don't want to say just dark comedy, but this like really dull atmosphere with comedy in it.
The exchange where Kate McKinnon said to Cumberbatch in badge pants about how if you need a shoulder to cry on or an inner thigh to lay your head on.
And he was like, what?
And everyone was like, what? And then she was like,
yeah.
It was so good. I think this movie looks like a lot of fun. I hope I get the chance to book it. What was it? Searchlight? I think, it was a Searchlight movie. So they usually give us a fair shake. I would fully expect to see The Roses appear in Theater 1 in Lidditz this summer.
Next up, we have a movie that's being really talked up as being one of the next big things to come out.
Yeah.
And that's The Life of Chuck.
Starring Lico. What's his name? Leto. Lico. What's the brother's name?
Loki.
Loki. Loki. Starring Loki, right?
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's up?
You did Tom Hiddleston and you couldn't get Loki. Says the guy who can't name anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
This looks amazing. In hindsight, this should have been my trailer of the week.
yeah.
Was it your trailer?
It's not my trailer. of the
Walk
week.
us through the plot. This movie looks amazing.
It's my runner-up for sure. So this is basically
Your trailer of the week was 1780.
Yeah, my trailer
Right.
was 1780. This is the story here is it's a Stephen King story following this guy Chuck throughout his life, just all the different stages of his life. It looks like it's going to be emotional. It looks really well acted. Like it's hard to say what the story is outside of it. You don't know what the conflict is or anything. You just know that it's going to follow him from childhood through to adulthood, and epiphanies will be had, and trials and tribulations will be overcome, and there will be emotional good acting along the way. I am fully on board with this.
It's based on a novel. Stephen, you said that a novella.
Yeah, the trailer effectively made me want to watch more.
Yeah, this was, and it has how do you say it? Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Chidwe Ejiofor, I think
Yeah,
it is.
that's one. And Mark Hamill as the old guy.
Yeah.
Fascinating. And it's a neon movie. That's what I was looking. I was trying to look up what studio. It's a neon movie. It looks amazing. Neon. I think we've discussed on the show that they have dropped, in my opinion, from being like everything they make is good to like they make
movies.
They make movies.
Yeah.
This movie looks like it's on par with the old Neon.
Right. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So I want to change my answer. I'm officially changing my answer. My trailer of the week is The Life of Chuck.
Awesome. You know, if there were two categories of movies
Yes.
that you would mix together,
Right.
why would they be horror and football?
Horror and football. Nothing goes together like horror and football.
That's
Like
yeah.
like bubblegum and peanuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And that brings us to our next movie called Him,
All caps.
all caps, Him, about a football player selling his soul for football
Something like
or
that.
something.
Yeah.
All you know is that there's demon stuff and
And some kind of
murders,
injections.
Injections.
Yeah.
And are you willing to give it all? Speeches and lots of football.
Right. And shouting in each other's faces to
Yeah.
get hyped up.
So as you know, horror movies and sports movies are really up there for me. So this
They're at the top of your list.
yeah, this is right on my list of movies.
The list of movies you won't watch. You should have said the full.
Whoops.
You should have said the full category. You should have expanded that column.
I thought it was
Right.
you know,
Top of my list of
implied.
movies.
Yeah, yeah.
That I won't watch. Next up is at the very top of movies that I won't watch, called The Toxic Avenger, starring Peter Dinklage. What is it? Dinklage, yeah.
Yeah. This is a remake of a movie.
Yeah. Based on a cartoon.
No, the cartoon was based. So this is back when they used to make these hard R movies and then somehow turn them into kids cartoons and sell toys that were on like RoboCop and Aliens and stuff.
Ain't that America?
Yeah. I don't have any interest. The old one was gory and gratuitous and nudity for just the sake of because they could. And I'm not saying that this one's going to be the same, but I have no like nostalgia for the character or really even desire to see this
No, me neither.
at all. Next up, we have my trailer of the week, California King.
Yeah. This started out as my trailer of the week. But by the end, it fell apart. But the first half of it, I was dying.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than two lovable, unknown actors.
Right.
You have no preconceived notions, no prejudices, no expectations, and they both appear to have comedy chops all day long.
Yeah.
This movie looks great. You want me to walk it through?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because this one I think I understand.
Yeah. Okay.
unlike all the other movies I've ever seen in my life.
The first one, the only one.
So there's these two incredibly intelligent gentlemen who remind me of me and my idiot friends back in the day, or actually in current day, if we're being honest. And they're in love with, what's her name?
One of the guys is in love with a girl.
Yeah. Is it Justice? Victoria Justice.
Okay, yeah.
And so his other buddy is like, dude, you need to be the hero. You should kidnap her little brother, and then you can save him from the kidnapping, and she'll be, indebted to you forever, and she'll fall in love with you because you're the hero. And the trailer walks through sort of for step number one, step number two, step number, all these steps. And
they fake kidnap him.
Well, that's what I was building up to.
Yeah.
So as they discuss it, it says kidnap the brother, and then it says with permission.
Yeah.
So they talk the brother into letting him be part of the scheme, but I guess things go awry. One thing leads to another, and next thing you know, there's cops on the scene. It reminds me a little bit of the back half of Superbad.
Yeah.
Where things like the wheels come off the bus. This movie, I think, has the potential to be amazing if it's anything nearly as good as it looks.
Right. I'm right there. It feels like a good, wheels off the bus comedy.
Yeah.
That I unlike I've seen in a while.
Right. I hate to be prejudiced.
Whether or not it pulls it off.
I don't want to be like snooty. If this trailer was from like Sony or Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but then again, without that oversight, they have the potential to do things better.
Warner Brothers made The Hangover.
True.
I mean, my God, that was my favorite, funniest movie since we've been open.
Okay.
And they had the big studio execs on board.
Look, what I'm saying is for the same reasons that you're saying that it could be good.
Yeah.
Is the same reasons that it could be,
could be brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah. No, you're right. So California King is the name of the movie. It looks great. David's trailer of the week.
My trailer of the week, yeah.
I really hope if this movie is 3/4 as good as the trailer, then it's going to be a home run.
Yeah. Which is funny because I said that The Life of Chuck was my runner-up, but I kind of think it's number 3.
Oh, what's number 2? The Trouble with Jessica?
Number 2 is The Trouble with Jessica, because The Trouble with Jessica is very similar to California King.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I think we could say to say I usually don't pick the comedies as like my best ofs.
Well, you're a very serious man.
Yeah. I'm rarely funny, as my friends can attest.
Right. Nobody has ever laughed around you.
That is 100% true.
Shh, here comes David.
Everyone's serious.
Act natural.
The Trouble with Jessica is another, wheels come off the bus type scenario where there's this couple invites another couple over.
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk and I forget the girl's name, but she was Moaning Myrtle in the Harry Potter movies.
Oh God, are you bringing Jessica?
Yeah. Well, they invite their friends, and then the husband says, "Well, they're bringing Jessica with her." And they're like, "Oh, I hate
God.
Jessica.
She's the worst."
And I guess Jessica's like an author or something, and she comes over, and apparently the dislike is mutual. So the idea is whether or not this is how it plays out in the trailer. The couple hosting says they're going to sell the house, and so because Jessica hates them so much, she commits suicide in the garden.
Because she thinks it will drive down the value of the home.
So they can't sell the house.
Right.
Well, that's the theory that the trailer lets you believe. So then they have to decide, what if we hid this?
Maybe she didn't kill herself in the yard.
Yeah. What if we moved the body somewhere else?
Right.
So that they didn't know that she died here, and comedy ensues. Yeah. I think that this looks more on the line of whether or not it'll be good or not than California Kings does.
I agree. This movie is going to be great.
Yeah. Well, great.
Yeah, I think this movie looks awesome. The Trouble with Jessica, I put it in a category with The Roses. It'll most likely appear in Theater 1 in Linz.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
We love our English humor.
Yeah. It is hoity-toity English.
Yeah. And the one character, she's a little older lady. She's British, and she doesn't seem to move her mouth when she talks.
Oh,
I don't know if you picked up on that.
no, I didn't.
I recommend The Trouble with Jessica watching the trailer. Next up, we have a movie called I Know What You Did Last Summer. What is this, a remake or is this a continuation or is this...
Technically, it's a sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer because some of the characters return.
Right.
But it's basically a remake.
Why isn't it like I Know What You Did Last Summer 2?
Because I think they already did that.
They already did the thing.
Yep, this is like, forget the other ones.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, this is actually, like, pretend the other ones didn't happen. Or maybe they did. I don't...
All right, like,
I don't know.
can I break this one down?
Yeah.
All right. For those of you who saw I Know What You Did Last Summer,
Okay.
this is it again.
What?
And for those of you who did not see I Know What You Did Last Summer, first of all, count your blessings. And second of all, this is your standard issue horror movie plot.
Yeah.
Like there's no deviation. Nothing's, I'm not saying it's bad. It's like, this is your standard issue greasy pizza.
Yeah.
And I how do I put this? This is the Domino's pizza. You know what I mean? It's not even like Roma or House of Pizza.
Right.
This
Yeah.
is Domino's or Pizza Hut.
I would go lower. It's just like you got your pizza at Sheetz.
Oh, it's DiGiorno.
Yeah, this is DiGiorno. Yeah. It's like I can't really say there's anything wrong with it, but at the same time, it's just like, okay.
There's nothing wrong with it, and I want to admit something to you.
Yeah.
As long as we're being real. Can I be vulnerable for a minute?
You can. I won't tell anyone.
Is this a safe space?
This is definitely a safe space.
At least for you.
Yeah, mostly for me.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not going to get hurt by whatever you say.
Right. I'm going to watch Final Destination 6.
Wow.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I can't
Yeah.
even stand it.
No, I get it. I get it.
I've been scheduling it, like Showtime's went on sale, and I'm kind of like, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I'm going to totally watch this movie.
Yeah. I can see myself watching it. I don't know that I will, but I can
Right.
see myself.
I just love how, and again, it's so stupid, but it's great. Like, you see this dangling hook,
Yeah.
and you hope it doesn't end up in the guy's eye. You know that it's not.
But it could.
Well, you know that it's not because Final Destination, like the hook is going to land on the bottle, which is going to knock over the paper towels, which is going to roll over and open the fridge, which is going to spill a drink, which someone is going to slip on
Yeah.
and knock the table over. And you know what I mean? Like you see A about to go to B,
Yeah.
but you know that there's 43 steps in between.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like, oh shit, what's going to happen? It's,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited.
Have you seen any of the other ones?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Not
I've seen
not
maybe
all of
one.
them. Not all of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And all of
But
them.
I totally get.
All of them I saw at home.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've ever seen one of these in the theater.
First time for everything.
But I will. I'll watch Final Destination 6 in a movie theater.
With your blankie. So
With my blankie.
your
I'll probably
blankie
borrow
above your
Lammy
face.
from down the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we have what I would say is arguably the worst trailer
Oh.
on this list. Even
Now,
worse than
I know why you're saying that. But
1780.
I know why you're saying that. But explain to our listeners why you think this is such a bad trailer. And I know what you're going to say.
This movie is called Bride Hard, and it's a play on Die Hard,
Right.
starring Rebel Wilson, and she's a bridesmaid, and everyone thinks she's this klutzy, stupid ditz, and it turns out that she is actually a secret agent, and her real life persona is somewhat of a like it's really her, but she pretends to be dumb so no one will suspect that she's a secret agent, and the wedding gets hijacked by terrorists.
Because there's gold bricks
Yeah, or something.
in the house where... Not something. There's
Is that
gold,
what it is?
Yeah, there's gold
Yeah.
bricks stacked
This-
up in the house where the wedding's happening.
Trailer was a test of my endurance to sit through.
And why was it such a bad trailer?
It was not funny, and Rebel Wilson was in it.
I thought you were going to say something different.
Oh,
I didn't think it was a good trailer because they did the whole movie in the trailer beginning to end.
oh, they also did that too. I got bored really.
Like
yeah,
it was
like,
a
oh, okay.
like you always say a good trailer should be entertaining, it should be engrossing, it should be captivating, and it should give you enough of the movie that you want to see the movie and find out what happens.
Yeah,
This trailer literally
it's the whole movie.
so they think she's one thing, she turns out to be something else, then they all ostracize her, Then they reunite, and then she saves the day, and then at the end they hug.
And they want to hang out with her now
That she's cool. And they literally show an example of everything I just said, including the makeup at the end of the movie in the trailer. So, yeah, I agree with you. It does not look super well made.
Yeah.
One of their selling points, which I thought was interesting, was they said the cast of Pitch Perfect presents. Because it's Rebel Wilson and what's-her-face and the guy.
Yeah.
But it's not even the good guy. Who's the funny guy that starred opposite Anna Kendricks?
Oh, I know who you mean, but I can't think.
Yeah, he's great. He's hilarious. Him and Anna were the best parts. And Rebel Wilson, I liked Pitch Perfect. I got nothing against the other two, Rebel Wilson and this other one. But if you're going to tell me the Pitch Perfect cast, I want Anna Kendricks and the funny dude.
Right. Yeah. This is like when they tell you it's a National Lampoon's movie.
Yeah.
Or not National Lampoon, they tell you it's a Monty Python movie.
Right.
And it turns out it's just the one guy.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, oh, yeah.
All right, well, that's it for our trailers this week. My trailer of the week was The Roses until it was The Life of Chuck. David's trailer of the week was California King, quickly followed in second place by The Trouble with Jessica and third place by Life of Chuck. And special shout out to our friends from Pennsylvania and everything they did in 1780. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nailed it! I nailed it!
Wow. Congratulations. Because your beats were like off.
They were in triplets.
Right.
With the first of the last triplet.
But you started late.
Right.
And you ended early.
You gotta
but then
not
you
gotta not rush. Because I got that 10 in there.
Yeah.
If I had stopped after the third triplet after 9, I would have been early.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, start in the third triplet, and then boom.
Wow.
So really it's 12, but the 11 and the 12 are with
the arm
with the
movements.
arms.
Yeah, you guys don't see the arm movements.
Listeners, I wish you could see.
I am shocked. I'm honestly, when you believe that something can't happen, and then it does.
If you believe, they put a man on the moon.
Yeah. Well, now I got to come up with another outro.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Well, that was that, I guess. The pet's over. Moving on to our movie this week. This week we saw the movie Sinners.
Oh, yes, we did. I also want to just say before we get to Sinners, I watched Accountant 2.
Oh?
Did you watch it yet?
I did not.
It's so good.
I still haven't seen the first one.
It's so good. You don't have to see the first one, although it's better if you do.
Okay.
Actually, you really should see the first one first. But they're both amazing.
Yeah.
So shout out to Accountant 2, which I haven't done my letterbox yet, but I gave it a 3.
Okay.
Because I'm a professional now.
Yeah.
So I use the actual scale, and 3 was good, solid movie that I thoroughly enjoyed and really have nothing bad to say about it.
Right.
It wasn't a 4, which would be like amazing, and David, you gotta go see this. And it wasn't a 5, which would be amazing and also inspiring.
Right. But on a scale of a true professional scale.
Right. Best movie I ever saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But this week we have Sinners,
Yeah.
starring Michael B. Jordan
And Michael C. Jordan.
And Michael C. Jordan.
Yeah, A was not available.
Right. Luckily for us. Directed by Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, Coogler.
Right. Coogler.
Yeah.
And what did you think? I saw it.
I did.
We're not trying to be cute.
You saw me here when I came to see it. So
I did? Oh, yeah, that's when I saw you at the bar. Okay, yeah. Right.
Yeah, so I can't even pretend.
You were with a friend of yours
Yeah.
who said their 3-year-old thought Minecraft was too intense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I might have that age wrong, but it was a young
right.
kid
Yeah.
who they didn't last through the end of Minecraft because
In the
IMAX. In the IMAX.
Because it was too loud.
Right. So I'm always there for my customers.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Helpful is my nickname. So I told him, tomorrow night, bring her to see Sinners. She's gonna love it.
Gonna love it. This is such a calmer movie.
Right.
Yeah. I really liked this movie
I loved it.
a lot. Should we go over the premise?
You want me to go over the premise and then you can correct it?
Oh man, that sounds great for me. I like to correct.
I know you do. So there's these brothers, former gangsters from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of my favorite parts of the movie. The brothers are named Smokestack.
Yeah.
One of them Smoke and one of them Stack.
Yeah.
And then the girl teases him and walks up. Are you smoke or are you stack?
Yeah.
Even though it's a friend of theirs who damn well knows exactly which one she's talking to, but she's just making fun. So there's these two brothers, former mobsters out of Chicago, and they buy a old building. Was it a former church or just an old barn?
It was a slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse, which they converted into a juke joint.
Yeah.
And I'll take this opportunity to say that I don't want to go so far as, I'll go this far. My favorite part of this movie was the use of music. The soundtrack and the use of music as a plot element was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So good. This movie scratched my itch in a way that hasn't been scratched since Angel Heart.
Wow.
Do you remember Angel Heart with Lisa Bonet back in the day?
Yeah.
You know, she sells her she's the devil, sort of. I don't think she's the devil, but anyway, a horror movie that involves the devil, right?
Yeah.
So these two brothers buy this lot and turn it to a juke joint. And then these suspicious people come over, and it turns out that they are vampires.
We should note the whole movie takes place in one day.
Right. Not necessarily real time, but it does take place in...
It's the beginning of the day till the next morning.
Right. The movie starts out in the beginning of one morning. At the end of the movie is the next morning.
Right.
In the beginning of the morning, the father, who's not really a main character, but makes a brief appearance at the beginning and the end, the father says to the kid, if you dance with the devil long enough, one night he's going to come home with you.
Yeah. So the big premise that they say, like before anything happens, there's an epilogue to the movie, and it's that there's rumors that there are people born who are so good at music that they're able to conjure the spirit of their ancestors, their musical ancestors, to be a part of it. Like, just music that really sucks you in. Not literally physically manifesting them, but like people who are really able to get you. And when they do that, it's amazing for the community and for growth and getting close to everybody who's being a part of it. But evil is attracted to that. And
so they attract the evil.
So they attract the evil.
It was interesting in the movie, you see the evil making their way towards them.
Right.
Like they stop at this little farmhouse.
Yeah. Well, he stops there and he gets more. But it's also interesting that they probably wouldn't have come there had it not. But the music was like a siren call.
Right.
To bring them in. And even they have music like as part of their lore.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything about this movie. So anyway, so what happens? The one gets bit, and
it's about vampires.
Yeah, it's about vampires, and
and so basically, it's a matter. It has vampires. The rules of the vampires are, you get bit, you get turned into a vampire. They have like a hive mind type thing going on. Sunlight is bad. Garlic is bad.
So hive mind means that once you get bit, all your memories and all your knowledge, all the vampires know the same.
Yeah.
It's almost like they share the same mind.
Yeah.
They have the same memories. So it can be really creepy because they can make a comment to a spouse about something they know that only an intimate married couple would know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the other spouse is also a vampire. But the big thing that the whole thing hinges on is the idea that a vampire cannot enter a building without being invited first, if there are people inside. And so that's the premise. The vampires are outside, and I
didn't really pick up on that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing where they're constantly coming to the door.
Well, I couldn't understand. I thought that maybe it was like a weird oxymoron where they were like vampires, but also couldn't like beat down the door.
No.
But you're saying
so that's like a typical vampire thing. They have to be invited in. So you have to invite evil into your.
Because the way that the one brother gets bit is because the one girl gets bit, and he doesn't realize that she's a vampire, and then she gets into him.
Yeah, but when she comes to the door, she says, "Aren't you going to invite me in?" And he's like, "When do you ever need to be invited in?"
Oh,
She's like, you got to be polite. And he's like, "All right, come on in."
Yeah, you're right.
And that's how she gets in.
Yeah.
And then she bites him. And so one of the brothers gets turned, and anyway, I really like how fast the vampires get turned. Like you don't have to be fully killed
Right.
As much as like they say that they like trap your soul in your body and it kills you.
So my favorite part, I mean, the acting is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Cinematography, everything about this movie was great. My favorite part was the use of music.
Yeah.
What was your second favorite part? Because I have a specific second favorite part. You want me to just say it?
Yeah.
My second favorite part was, so I watched this movie, and it goes to credits.
Yeah.
Now you know what I'm going to say.
The first one or the second one?
What second one?
Exactly. Because I didn't realize there was two, and I'm
Stingers?
I'm going to throw Goonies Jason under the bus because he's like, no, there's only one. And then I go online and everyone's like, oh, don't forget to stay for both the Stingers.
Well, let me finish my thought, and then we'll discuss that point.
Yeah.
It goes to credits, and I'm just sitting there kind of speechless.
Yeah.
Like, I was by myself, and I thought, oh my God, that movie was amazing. But then I did what everybody does. I was like, well, let me see what I missed. Pulled out my phone and checked some emails and returned some emails. And then, so normally I would have just got up and walked out.
Yeah.
But I was kind of just chilling. And
there's a mid-credits.
And it was so satisfying. And so the mid-credits is the young boy who's sort of the hero of the whole movie. They show him as a grown man, playing the blues up in Chicago. And Stack, who's now a vampire with his vampire girlfriend, they show up. And they don't kill him. It's a peaceful interaction. And now that I think about it, the bouncer asked the guy if they could come in, and then he said he invited them in, which I didn't notice in the movie. And now, that I love, to me, that put a ribbon on the movie. It tied the plot together in such a way that I hadn't even realized that I wasn't satisfied leaving that kid, with the broken guitar. Mm-hmm. And so then when they did that mid-credits thing, I was like, oh my God, that's perfect.
Yeah.
But now what? You're saying now I'm going to have to go watch it again.
Well, I don't know that you have to.
I mean, I'm going to go watch the end credits.
Yeah. The second one apparently is the guy who plays the older version of the kid is an actual like big blues guy.
Okay.
And the second one is just him playing a song. Like more footage of him playing a song.
I did see that.
But it's not connected. It's at the end.
No, I saw that. That's not, I wouldn't call that a stinger. They have him playing while the rest of the credits roll next to it.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't see it. It's supposed to be at the end, after the credits.
I think it's after the midsection.
Yeah.
Because I think I saw that.
One of the things I didn't notice, and we've been spoilery, so I'm going to keep being spoilery, is the movie begins and ends with the same scene of the cousin coming back to his dad's church with his
broken guitar.
Broken band. Is it a banjo or guitar?
No, I thought it was his guitar because that's what he beats the vampire with.
It's a broken guitar, and in his hands, and he walks into the church, and the dad's like, "Oh, you dance with the devil." Well, part of what what I read later is like, well, how would the way that they would explain all those people being gone from the town and him being the survivor, like how would he explain that is Smoke the next morning has a shootout with the Ku Klux Klan and they're all dead, and so it could be written off that the Klan killed all those people and burned the bodies or something.
Interesting.
And that's why they're all dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, this movie is the best movie I ever saw. Hands down. I gave it a 4 on Letterboxd.
It's really good.
Yeah, I maybe could have given it a 5.
It's a little gory, but it's not over the top. And for those people who are like, oh, I don't want to see a horror movie, like it's like 15 to 20 minutes of the end of the movie. Like the movie's mostly build up and establishing these characters and stuff. So
yeah, it's scary as hell though. I mean, no,
I'm not writing it down. I'm just like some people don't want to see jump scares and stuff.
I want to rewatch Angel Heart. This movie was squarely in the family of Angel Heart, which is a movie that I loved and that I remembered for how long has it been? 40 years.
How about Weeble? All right, so best movie we've ever seen. Next week we're going to be watching Thunderbolts Asterix.
Do you know what the asterisk is?
They're going to have a new name at the end. They're going to have It's going to be like
Gotcha.
Avengers or Dark Avengers or they're
Captain
gonna have-
America.
Yeah, some sort of something at the end. The name's going to change. But one of the things I want to say about Thunderbolts is we previously had a conversation about how a couple, I don't remember what movie it was, came out, didn't do as well as we thought. Maybe it was The Amateur or something. And we were like, I brought up how movies they're not being advertised as heavily as they once were.
In your opinion?
In my opinion. Like I personally am not seeing ads for these movies that should have ads where I would have seen, I don't see the ads for them until they go up digital. And then all of a sudden their ads are everywhere. But I want to say, Thunderbolts, they must really believe in this movie because I cannot escape the ads on websites, on my Roku, everywhere is advertising that this movie is coming out. Not that it's coming to digital next week.
Coming to theaters.
It's going to be in the theaters next week.
I'll tell you what, one little thing that I love about their effort in marketing this movie is, and it occurred to me, it sent me down a whole rabbit hole of missed opportunities for Hollywood.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts sent movie theaters a 30-second no cell phones policy clip presented by the cast of Thunderbolts.
Oh.
In character, of course. And it's so funny. Like, it's hilarious, it's entertaining, it promotes Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if studios sent, and actually somebody must have figured it out because I did see a cell phone policy from a kids movie. I forget which one it was. Might be Lilo and Stitch. And if studios, they're going to spend $100 million, $200 million on their movie, spend another few $100,000 to make a 30-second clip, and I'll run it in front of how, if it's entertaining, if it's not crap, you know what I mean? Like that's the best advertising. I think in a way that's better than a trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's not better than a trailer, but
it's effective.
It's effective.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, all I'm saying is that I mean, I thought this movie was going to do decently well before, and now I think it's going to do better than decent with the fact that it's getting in front of people's faces.
Yeah.
A lot more. So.
Okay. So Sinners, best movie we ever saw, and next week is Thunderbolts.
Yeah. And so that brings us to our listeners' feedback, questions, comments, so forth and so on. First up on the block is...
The Shadow knows.
Oh, but one could say the Shadow does not know.
I know.
He does not know.
He hits us with some questions.
He hits us with a question.
A question.
Dear Penn.
Yeah.
Thanks for being amazing.
Yeah.
And so good looking.
How did you get so cool?
Right. How did you get so cool?
What's with the hair and how is it so fabulous?
Right. And how can I make my hair as fabulous as yours?
Ponytail? More like amazing tail.
Right. And next we got a letter from everyone's favorite sister. All right. Shadow wrote in with a question. Yeah. And it's an interesting question. It's a question of his question essentially. I'm not going to read it word for word, but basically he was saying, like, how come some theaters are more expensive than other theaters?
Right.
You have a theater in this area that has, just to use round numbers, this theater's $10 a ticket, this theater's $8 a ticket, this theater's $11 a ticket. What gives, right? And I know that the prices are higher than that. It's why is this one 18 and that one's 19 and this one's 16?
And I think part of what he was saying was why does the swing between the two feel dramatic?
Right. I can't speak for everybody.
Yeah.
But what Penn Cinema has adopted in the last 5 years is we have leaned into, our problem is on Saturday night we don't have enough seats for everyone that wants to see a movie. Mm-hmm. So we have premium pricing. You want to come to the movie Saturday night, you're going to pay an expensive ticket. Every single day before noon, you can get in for $8. On Tuesdays, all day long, you can get in for $8. All of these discounts include IMAX. So what we've done is we have embraced the idea that there's demand pricing, surge pricing, you could call it. Yeah. But we are also respectful of the fact that not everybody can afford that. So we do all those discount programs I talked about. We recently played Pride and Prejudice for $5 a head, which was a massive hit with many sold out theaters. Some theaters were so sold out that all the recliners were in use, and just even in the whole back row, which we don't usually sell, are our old seats that aren't even recliners. But they were that full that people were sitting in those seats. So there's lots of, not every movie is $18, but if you want to see the new movie this week on Saturday night, it's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
And so some theaters, if you're comparing, so some theaters do like I do, and they have expensive tickets, and then also they have cheap tickets. Some theaters take a more modest approach, and they say all of our tickets are going to be $15. So now on Saturday night, you're looking between those two theaters, and you're saying, why is this one 18 and this one's 15? Well, it's because that one, it's a different community, it's a different market, it's different pricing, everything's different, and their approach to pricing varies theater by theater. Right. I'll give you two more examples. In Huntington Valley, we are in the shadow of Regal Warrington, a massive 16, 18 screen complex, much like Lidditz. And in order to compete with Regal in that market, we keep our prices lower than their prices. Right. So we pin our prices to their prices. So some theaters may look at Penn Cinema and Lidditz and do the same thing and say, we're going to pin our price. We're going to always be $3 less than Penn. Right. So no matter what I do, their prices are $3 cheaper because I'm going to set my price based on my own market, because Penn Cinema Lidditz, being a massive theater, one of the top 10 in our market always, or almost always, we just do what our market supports. In a theater like Huntington Valley, we're responding. The big theater there is Warrington. That's the big dog. So in that market, we are responding to their pricing because we're the little guy. And then you have Wilmington, which is in the shadow of Christiana Mall. And so we're the same thing down there. It's very competitive, so we try to keep our prices lower in Wilmington. So I don't know if that answers Shadow's question or not, but that's sort of the best way that I can explain it.
One of the things to keep in mind is something that you've said many times that always sticks with me, is that unlike a retail thing where you can create business, there's only so many people that are going to go to the movies, unless it's like a genre breaking type of thing, or like an Angel Studios type of thing where it brings in the crowd that wouldn't normally go to the movies, is going to see like that kind of thing. But generally, week to week, there's only so many people that are going to go to the movie. And so it's more on where if there's too many theaters around, you're just shuffling people. Right. It's not like, oh, this theater fills up if we put another theater right next to it. Like that theater will also fill up. Well, it's only going to get the overflow, right? Or the crowd will split in half and hurt both.
Everybody.
Hurt everybody. So it's a different type of scenario when you look at like that kind of thing.
And the last thing I'll say about this, because I know people like to hear the behind the scenes stuff, is, and I thought this is where you were going. On average, 60% of the ticket goes to the studio.
Right.
So an $18.50 ticket, I'm paying $11.10 to Hollywood, right? So in order for me to pay my bills, and I'm like everybody else,
right?
My expenses have gone up just like the rest of the world's.
Yeah.
My staffing expenses have all gone up. My cost of goods have all gone up, literally all gone up.
Right.
And so in order for me to make the money on the ticket that will sustain my ability to do business, I need to have to live off of 40% of the ticket price.
Right.
Right. So
and the other part of that pedestal is concessions. People say, why is it so why is it so much more expensive than a convenience store? Right. It's like, well, that's where a theater makes its money.
Right.
It's not, if they relied on the tickets on their own, it wouldn't be sustainable.
Right.
So, and that's the reason.
Yeah, and I hope I don't come across as defensive, because Shadow is just asking.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, I think that's a fair question, and that's my story.
Cool. Well, next we get Craftmaster Gus.
Craftmaster Gus.
Yeah. He comes at us, and do you want to say this with me?
Yeah. Chicken Jockey.
So thanks for writing in, Gus.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was totally cool. And next we have... Whoa.
Do you remember that?
Stand it up.
I just give it out of the respect, the little sit up.
Just a little sit.
Yeah, the little sit up.
Yeah, I got you.
Sister, sister.
She hits us up. And I'll read this.
Please.
She says, it's been a while. Just caught up on a few weeks of podcasts, and I wanted to make an observation about the show where you all were talking about Jeremy Renner taking over the Mission Impossible franchise. Do you remember that he was also slated to take over another major action franchise?
James Bond?
No. Probably because his movie wasn't very good and the original star had to come back to rescue the franchise. Any guess?
No.
He was supposed to be the new Jason Bourne.
Oh, yes, Bourne. Yes, I did remember that.
Didn't work so well. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Jeremy Renner, but I just found it interesting that he was tagged with taking over another massive action franchise. Maybe he'll have better results this time. Also, the next time I'm in a shitty mood, I'm going to go back and listen to Penn struggle on the...
Stop it.
Sorry. I'm going to go back and listen to Penn on the struggle bus, trying to name the Doomsday characters, because there will never be a time when that's not hysterical. Plus, I can get out of my frustration by screaming, Loki! He's Loki, for fuck's sake.
Yes, thank you, EFS. We're so glad that we could entertain you with our complete failure of memory.
Yeah, what you didn't see was me in the shadows trying to remember the correct answers.
Where was somebody? Oh God, you're talking. It's just sad.
People loved that bit though.
Yeah,
it was 100% real.
I was gonna say it was no bit.
Yeah.
All right, Nick Landis playing already wrote in and said, first off, I'll say that I almost skipped this one. I think he's referring to Sinners.
Right. Yeah, he's referring to Sinners. Sorry.
First off, I'll say that I almost skipped this one because I do not do horror movies. But in the end, I was totally fine. I think the trailer oversells the horror elements, and if you can tolerate some gore, you might be fine with this movie as well, as I was. Second of all, what a brilliant film. The acting and music were all so incredible. It's so impressive how well this film balances culture and religion with the fun and sexiness of the characters. That's true. That's a good point. The main reason I watched this was for the cinematography, and seeing the ultra-wide aspect ratio expand up into IMAX was an unforgettable moment. Watch this movie and watch it in IMAX. Boom.
Did you watch it in IMAX?
I did not, but I'm going to.
There you go. I know some Big O watched it in IMAX too. You get why?
It's funny because
Yeah.
he's just a little guy.
Yeah,
he's little. They call him big.
That's
Big O.
you get it.
That's
Yeah,
what makes
yeah,
it
yeah,
funny
yeah,
because he's not big, but they call him big.
Right.
He's actually little.
I'm glad somebody gets it.
I get it.
Yeah.
But the only reason I get it is because he explained it to me.
Right.
A couple
Yeah,
times.
otherwise, you would have been.
Right.
You would
What?
have been. Wait, what?
That's weird.
Why would somebody call
right,
you the Big O?
Right.
Yeah. All right. Next week, you want to read this one?
Yeah. Yeah. Shadow wrote in again. I thought it was just the
you
one.
One on your phone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This one.
Oh no, I have it in here.
Oh, no, it's got to. Did you? No, you don't. Not.
Oh no. Tony Baloney.
Yeah.
That's the one you're talking about. Yeah.
That isn't a bunch of baloney. Why did I just bring 2 pieces of bread for lunch?
I don't think we need to read his note. I think we could
Just play that.
just play that. All right. So Tony Baloney wrote in and said, "We all know that the podcast is a great source." Should we discuss why we're reading this, or is that too awkward for you?
Is it too awkward for me?
Yeah.
No, I think we can probably say. You can say.
I put it into the show notes.
Yeah. Oh,
And
this.
we're co-editing the show notes. David's off somewhere pretending to work and actually editing the show notes.
Excuse me, I'm doing business.
Very important business that I couldn't possibly
Mission
understand.
Impossible 2 comes out.
Right. So I write these. I put this note in the show notes to read on the show, and
Yeah.
David, he chooses the font called Snooty Know-It-All font,
That's true.
Yeah.
I have it on a special hotkey.
bold and italicized. Wrote, we already did this one.
Yeah, come on.
We already reviewed this, and
Last week.
me having no sense of memory, wrote, "Well, we could do it again and do it better this time." Right, trying to be funny.
Right.
And then I said to David, why does it feel like it's been 2 weeks?
Right, because I said we did this last week.
David said we did this last week, making me feel like we had just done the show a week ago, when in fact it had actually been 2 weeks. But David did that Jedi mind trick and said we did this last week, to which I replied totally seriously, why does it feel like it's been 2 weeks? And then I printed up the show notes and off we went. And then when David arrived, we realized, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It has been 2 weeks. We did not review this.
I feel like sometimes you think that, or it must feel like you're in a Charles Dickinson novel, and I'm just walking down the street, lighting all the light posts, gaslighting everything.
Right. Oh, that was good. I get it. Because the gaslighting.
Gas.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
That was a stretch. that's work on. You can fine tune that. Workshop that a little.
Yeah, it worked in my head. It could be better.
Okay, so Tony Baloney, one of our favorites, he writes in and he says, Penn and David, we all know that the podcast is a great source of information about movies, news, and trailers. In our opening, David, doesn't it say movies, news, and reviews?
Movies, news, and reviews.
Yeah. A more faithful listener would have written that.
Wow. You can't remember everything.
Right.
Clearly,
he's one of
us
our,
as an example.
Right. So Tony writes in and says, we all know the podcast is a great source of information. I think it was just, it must have been a typo. I think he meant to say movies, news, and reviews.
Yeah.
He goes on to write, but I am fast realizing it is so much more.
Wow.
Sure, we could say that it is like an onion, layers and all, but I think it is so much richer than that. Utilizing the wisdom of David, I am now paying closer attention to what I'm wearing. For example, Mrs. Baloney said, why the sudden interest in fashion? To which I replied, you got to get buried in something. Remember that? David came in 2 weeks ago wearing a very nice, it appeared to be a new shirt.
Yeah.
And I said how nice he looked, something or other. And then he said, well, you got to get buried in something.
You got to get buried in something.
So you guessed it. Mrs. Baloney just looked at me with contempt, and the awkward silence was as awesome as it was long. Mrs. Baloney is so much smarter than I am. So to be able to bring her to the point of awkward silence was priceless. Thank you, David and Penn. Proving once again the podcast is so much more. I am also, he doesn't just write to us, he also writes to Frodo.
Oh, yeah.
Proving once again the podcast is so much more. I am also grateful to Frodo for the high quality clip. I hope you all had a great spring break. We did. And I will see you at the movies. Now, this is my favorite part of the whole letter. How does Frodo sign her notes? Valedictively.
Yeah, valedictively, yeah.
Valedictively or something like that.
Yeah.
A made up word.
It's probably a real word, but it's too big for either of us.
Right. It's 100% a real word because the first time she wrote in,
You Googled it?
No, I didn't Google it. I think I straight up accused her of using fake words.
Oh.
And then that's when we learned she's like a writer or English major or something. And
super smart.
She's wicked smart.
Yeah.
Wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
Wicked smart. So anyway, we've loved her ever since she signed off valedictively.
Yeah.
And now Tony Baloney takes it to the next level with his sign off when he writes... Tony writes at the end of his email, he writes, forever lunch meat. Tony Baloney. You know what though, David? It thought it crossed my mind. I'm not convinced. I don't think that's his real name.
What?
Yeah, I think his real name's probably like Frank Baloney.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's just a little too convenient.
Anthony Baloney?
Yeah, it was just a little too convenient. He would pick a first name that rhymes with Baloney.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Probably like Eddie Baloney.
Eddie Baloney. I like that.
I knew a kid named Eddie Sabatine.
And what happened to him?
Well, I think he's like a general in the army or something.
I'm a sergeant major general.
Yes. Animal and mineral.
Yeah.
I think that if Eddie's listening to the show or anyone's listening to the show that knew Eddie back in Brooklyn, hit us up, podcast@penncinema.com. That would be so fun to hear from an old school classmate. Here's the thing with Eddie. And I think I can say this without being offensive. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I've never spoken to Eddie as a grown up.
Whoa.
Like I haven't seen him since we were 10 or 12 or something like that. Maybe 14. What I remember about Eddie was when we were 7, he could name all the presidents in order.
Wow.
But he couldn't manage an ice cream cone. Like it would be all dripping down his, we'd all be eating ice cream, and he'd have an ice cream cone.
Thinking about the presidents.
Right. And it'd be all dripping down his hand.
Yeah.
He couldn't manage the napkin,
That's a lot to ask. He's only got so much brain and half of it's the president's.
Right. Exactly. I mean, right. Nobody should have burdened him with all that knowledge.
Right.
Anyway, so Eddie Baloney, I think we're on to you, buddy. we're the gig is up, so to speak.
And we got one final email from a new write-in.
Oh yeah. What?
Wait,
What?
huh? I thought we already heard.
This young man was not satisfied to write in once.
He had to do it twice.
He had to do it twice as nice. Shadow writes in and says, "Good afternoon, my fine movie critics. Black Bumper Becky, who we happen to know is his lovely wife.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Black Bumper Becky and I went to go see Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
Just talking
right?
about Pride and Prejudice.
And those tickets, that's what Shadow was asking earlier about why our tickets are so expensive.
Right.
And here it turns out he was watching a
came out-
$5 movie.
Yeah, he's like, wow, why wasn't this $5 cheaper than $5?
Why wasn't this $2? Okay, so the Shadow knows. Shadow writes in, it says, Black Bumper, Becky, and I went to see Pride and Prejudice at Penn Cinema, and to our great disappointment, the chairs we sat on were not reclining. What's up with that, Penn?
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
What's up with that? I can't even remember.
I can't either.
The
With that.
SNL skit.
Oh my god, that is the best. You know what I love most about that skit is
Yeah.
Ted Lasso dancing. Who's the guy? What's his name? The guy that plays Ted Lasso
Yeah,
when he
that
was
guy.
on SNL, and Kenan Thompson. Yeah. Kenan does this. What's up with that skit? And Ted Lasso's the backup dancer, and he is so good. He comes flying in
What's
doing
up
that.
with
He's
that?
wearing that red and white tracksuit.
Yeah.
All right, Shadow, here's what's up with that. I'm going to assume it's possible, but I think unlikely.
Yeah.
It's possible that what you mean is that your recliners weren't working.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what you mean. Because hopefully if your recliners weren't working, you would have asked the manager about it, and the manager would have either fixed it or given you a refund. Right? I suspect
Yeah.
that you were in Theater 11 or 2, and that the show was so crowded that you had to buy tickets in the very back row. The very back row of those two theaters is our old straight up and down seats. Now, what's interesting, and I say this in total seriousness, not just because we love you, but no matter who you were, those tickets are supposed to be, those seats are supposed to be like, I don't want to use the word emergency, but they're supposed to be like overflow.
Right.
You know, when you just got to be in there and there's no more seats left and you're begging at the counter and somebody says to you, okay, listen, they don't recline, but the very back row, you can sit in them and you'll see the movie.
Yeah.
And then they sell you the ticket and you go enjoy the show. Now, what I meant when I said seriousness is I thought there was a warning, not a warning. I thought there was a disclaimer that those tickets, frequently I think those tickets aren't even listed on the website. But I thought that when they were listed, there was like a pop-up icon that came out and said like, oh, these aren't recliners. So Shadow, in all seriousness, podcast@penncinema.com, we will gladly hook you and Becky up with a couple passes to come back on our dime and see a movie in a proper recliner. A proper recliner. But that's somehow you ended up in those because I'm guessing, because Pride and Prejudice was incredibly popular, I'm guessing that you got tickets and the theater was really full and there were no more seats left. And I apologize because somebody should have flagged you and said like, hey, you can have these seats, but they're not recliners. It's unusual. Those are the only, in the back of Theater 10, it has the same situation, and 14. But those are the only 4 theaters in the building that have it. And most of the time, those seats shouldn't show up on a seat map. So we'll have to look into that a little bit.
The last time I remember having to, quote unquote, having to sit back there,
right?
Which is funny because it fits in. I think it was Little Women.
Yeah.
So it was the same style of film.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, well, that brings us to the end of listener feedback, questions, comments, and so forth. Look, if you want to be a part of the show like these lovely people, go ahead and email us, podcast@penncinema.com. But that brings me to a really deep part of the show.
This is heavy.
I have to say, Penn, what's up with you?
That's what you call orchestration.
Yeah. I was
My good friend.
it was crazy.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
No word from Kayla lately.
That's,
Or Marley.
they're both busy. Well, Marley's drunk. We established that.
Right. Did we talk about that on the show or before the show?
It was on the show.
It was on the show.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. She had one of everything.
One of everything.
She's
right.
still working that out. So I don't know what's up, Kim.
Right. Marley's downstairs asleep at the bar.
Yeah, she hasn't left yet.
I'll tell you what I'm up to. I'm really enjoying Gangs of London, which is a Netflix show. It's not great, but it's good enough that you get hooked and you want to see what happens.
Okay.
And it's like a good little mob movie and stuff like
Okay.
that. I've also been really enjoying the Andrew Huberman podcast, which is kind of cliche because he's so kind of self-helpy and but he's wicked smart. Just really has me thinking about some interesting things.
Does he talk about running?
He does. And training.
Wow, it's crazy
Working
that
out.
You would listen to that podcast.
I know. Did I tell you I'm getting surgery?
No.
Yeah, I'm getting a partial knee replacement.
Partial.
Yeah.
Dude, go the whole way.
I know. That's what I said. I was like, Doc, come on. I don't do things halfway.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Half measures availed us nothing. Come on. Amy and I are watching White Lotus, but we keep falling asleep. So it's
great.
It's slow go. Our family finally finished Extracted, which
Okay.
is the show on Fox.
Yeah.
I cannot recommend it enough.
Really?
It is so good.
Okay.
It is so good. It's not like earth-shattering or going to change how you view the world or anything like that, but it's just good fun. It's on Fox,
Okay.
which you can find on Hulu, I believe.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
Okay.
Totally worth it. And it just keeps getting better.
Interesting.
And there's a new show called Étoile on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
The male lead is the guy who played Lenny Bruce in Mrs. Maisel.
Okay.
And the executive producer is Amy Sheridan Palladino and her now ex-husband. They're also the producers of Mrs. Maisel. So Amy and I started watching Étoile last night.
Is it good?
I immediately fell asleep.
Nice. That's when it's a keeper.
Of course, I had taken some melatonin, so
Well, that could have been part of it.
and it was after 8 p.m. So
Whoa.
it's crazy.
I'm surprised you even made it to the couch.
No. I was fully in bed.
Oh, there was really no hope for this one.
Right. So, David, a question that we've been having around our house.
Yeah.
The girls, we were all together for Easter. It was super nice.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And also, shout out to Pop-Up Peter. Had his 84th birthday. We were fortunate enough to all be with him and celebrate together. We had an amazing time.
Nice.
And sidebar,
yeah.
I successfully kept the surprise, even though I ruined it two weeks
that's
ago.
right.
I said on the show how my brother was coming east to surprise my dad.
Yeah.
We successfully pulled off the surprise, but I did have to call my dad and tell him not to listen to the show.
Oh.
And then
wow.
then there was some debate. Does telling him to not listen to the show make him want to listen to the show and thereby ruin the surprise?
Yeah.
But I decided it was worth waving the red flag anyway. All of this is to say we were all together on Easter,
Yeah.
hanging around, and there was a pause in dinner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Must have been awkward.
and somebody said to me, "Hey, Penn, what's up with David?
Whoa.
What's David doing?
Wow.
What's David reading, writing, watching,
living?
pondering?"
Yeah. Let me tell you, you ever have something get its claws into you?
Big time.
And then you're just like, I have a personality outside of this thing. Wrong.
Wrong. right. Incorrect, sir.
This is now
False.
you.
Yes, this is who I am now.
Yeah. That happened with the Wheel of Time. I think
Oh,
last
boy.
time we met, I was like, I watched an episode. I think I'm in. I watched all 3 seasons, and I'm also reading the first book. I devoured the show. I really enjoyed it. It had just enough world building and mystery that kept me wanting to know more, and I still want to know more. That's why I'm reading it, because I don't have the patience to wait till the next season comes out.
A lot of reading.
Yeah, well, when I say reading, I'm listening to the book.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Does your employment, does your work, can you listen to stuff while you're working?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
That's mostly where I do
Yeah.
the listening. I mean, it's not, in an 8-hour day, I might get 2 hours in.
That's why the truck that was headed to Albuquerque ended up in Bar Harbor.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything. There's reasons.
No comment.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing led to another.
They're like, I don't think this city sounds like a made-up magical city. How did that? What? Narnia?
Drivers on the side of the road with an atlas trying to find Narnia.
Yeah, it's like, I don't. What?
Damn it, it's in here somewhere.
You wouldn't have put it on here.
Right. Oh my God.
So that's
Yeah.
been a lot of fun time.
Yeah, it's good. Good. This is who I am now.
Yeah.
You know what?
So-
that happens to a lot of people too with running.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Not to you though.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
It would never.
No,
Yeah.
that would be weird.
I mean, because you found a way out.
I did.
You had to injure your knee.
Oh, I had to, well, it started with an Achilles injury, but then that started to get better, so I had to quick injure my knee.
Quick, before it hits me again.
Before I develop any other aspects of my personality. Before I develop any other outside interests.
Yeah, right. Quick. All right. Well, next week we're going to be reviewing Thunderbolts Asterix. But look, if you want to be a part of the show,
Yeah.
the number one way to do that is to hit us at our new email address, podcast@pencinema.com.
That's a good
That's
one.
right, podcast@pencinema.com.
Yeah, I think people are going to remember that one a lot better.
Yeah, it's so much
Yeah.
easier than they
Big
were.
time.
Yeah. But Penn, what if somebody wanted to support the show?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Shout out to my niece,
Oh,
who's fixing to turn 14.
wow.
This kid is so freaking cool.
I completely believe you.
She's super cool, super smart,
Yeah.
amazing. But her birthday's like in a few days, so we missed our chance.
Oh,
Because she was a little upset because she's missing out on the trend. And I'm going to share the trend with our listeners. What a lot of people are doing, I don't know if you heard this. Have you heard this? What a lot of people are doing is they're celebrating half birthdays
yeah.
by encouraging people to listen to the Penn Cinema podcast. So, for example, if your birthday was on November 19th,
Yeah.
what you might, different. If your friend's birthday was on November 19th,
Right.
what you would want to do is count 6 months back, which I believe puts you at May 19th, right? And then on May 19th, you text them, hey, happy half birthday. The cool way to celebrate is by listening to the Penn Cinema podcast. And listen, you will earn that friend's love and respect and loyalty for at least 6 months, because they figure if you get, if you're going to remind them to listen to the Penn Cinema podcast on their half birthday,
Imagine what you'll do on their birthday.
there's no telling.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how you can support the show, is to encourage that trend of celebrating the show on people's half birthdays.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. But say you don't have any friends.
Oh, or if you're not celebrating a birthday this year.
Yeah.
Right. Then
Took
what
the
you would
year
want to
off.
do is tell your friends. It doesn't even have to be their birthday or their half birthday.
Yeah.
Just share with them how much you're enjoying the show. We would really appreciate that.
Yeah. I often do it. Somebody calls me up, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, listen to the Penn Cinema podcast.
Right.
I'm sorry, what? No, nothing.
Nothing. What?
Huh?
You say something?
No. You called me?
What?
Yeah. All right. Well, once again for the Penn Cinema podcast, I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.